let's talk about parallel and perpendicular lines. Two lines are parallel if they have the same slope. Two lines are perpendicular if they have slopes that are complete opposites. And by that I mean if one line has a slope of 3/2, a complete opposite would be a slope of -2/3. You would flip them and change their sign. So if two slopes are complete opposites, in other words, if I took the two slopes and I multiplied them, I would get a -1. Then the two lines are perpendicular. If the two slopes are exactly the same, my two lines are parallel. So you're going to have some problems that actually give you an equation of a line like 3x minus 2y equals 4. And they're going to say, find another line that goes through the point 2, 3 and is parallel. So the first thing you're going to do is take your old line, the first one they give you, and you're going to get y by itself, because if we can get y by itself and put it in slope-intercept equation format, we can tell what the slope is. So my equation of my old line is -3/-2x, which is +3/2 because two negatives make a positive, plus -2. The only part we're concerned with is this part, the -3/-2, or 3/2. That's my slope of my current line. If I'm trying to find a line that is parallel, I will use the slope that I just found, the 3/2. I will then use this point, and it will now look just like some of my previous problems, and I will take my point that I have and substitute the y in for y, the slope that I just found in for m, and the x in for x to find my b. So 3 is going to equal 3 plus b, because 3/2 times 2 is 3, which means that b in this case equals 0. So my equation of my line to find one that is parallel to this one going through the point 2, 3 would be y equals, my slope that I found was 3/2, x plus 0, or y equals 3/2 x. So if you're trying to find one that is parallel, all you do is isolate the y to find your slope. The slope is the number that's in front of x once y is by itself. Use your point that you're given and your slope that you just found to do a problem just like our previous problems. If we are trying to find one that is parallel, let's come up with another equation. Y equals 1/2 x plus 7. In this one, my y is already by itself, so I do not need to rearrange anything. If the y hadn't been by itself, I would need to get y by itself. If I'm trying to find something that is perpendicular, this is the symbol for perpendicular. My slope that I use is not the slope of this line, the 1/2, but I need to flip it and change its sign. So the slope I'm going to use is -2. They will have to give me a point to use. So let's say they gave me 3, 4. Again, this reverts to just like our previous problems. We're going to take our slope-intercept equation. We're going to substitute in the y that they gave me. The m that I found and flipped and changed its sign because it's perpendicular. The x that they gave me to find b. So b in this case is going to be 10, which means my final answer is y equals, my slope that I'm using is -2, so -2x plus 10. And that would be for one that was perpendicular.